Thailand with a corner.
You know, the new age term for being able to draw defenders towards you is apparently called gravity. Where you drag players along with you.
I like sat in the past, but
yeah, exactly. I mean,
gravity.
It is what it is, you know.
Okay.
You got to try and keep up with the times, I guess.
Gravity. Okay, so that's what the kids say.
Yep.
Here is Thailand now with that corner. And that actually wasn't all that far away from a nice Bola. We've got a free header. Now Roller, who came into the squad late, flew in from Germany. Thailand have got the ability to call upon very, very talented players. And they've got the best league in Southeast Asia. Sada. Now Winnatep. Not been a regular in this lineup. That's looking very good. There's Paul King saying, calm down. Lots and lots of time.
There he goes in his black shirt and jeans combination, tucked in, sleeves rolled up. You see Sada, he's taking a bit of contact.
What I could say about you right now, Roshan.
Sada, 22 years of age, by the way, just a reminder. And wonderful quality shown in that back line. He's normally a defensive midfielder as well. And this really supports it. It's one of the... I'm going to add this to evidence of this theory that I've got of defensive midfielders slotting into central defense easily. Whereas central defenders can't play in central midfield. It's a disaster for them.
If the central defenders out there are listening, let us know your thoughts. So here comes Thailand again through Rola. And he looks up. He's looking to get that up to Tirisan Dangda. Litiwa. Ambitious from him. Well, he'll be absolutely delighted. He talked again about bringing this trophy back. And now on to 3 goals. He's 1 away from his countryman, Tirisan Dangda. They're the only 2 at the moment. Irfan Jai's got 3. He's got a chance as well. Witten Sulaiman has got 2. Those are the only players left. And there's Witten Sulaiman who had a swing on the ball and missed. They haven't really got on it at all, have they?
No, they haven't. And, you know, Thailand coming into this, obviously the more experience of the 2 sides. The players who have featured in this competition, the players who have won this competition previously. Indonesia, a very young squad, a very young side. And there's lots of excitement from some of their players coming into this final, and you wonder at times if that excitement just gets a bit too much for you. You know, it's got to be at a certain sort of level. You almost see Thailand just break in midfield.
Yeah, Thailand have the 2nd oldest squad in the tournament after Singapore, and Indonesia have one of the youngest after the likes of Timor-Leste, Cambodia and Laos. And that's one of the things that Shin Tae-yong has done. He's lowered the average age, hasn't he, of this squad. He's been very deliberate in that. He's been very deliberate about who he's picking. He wants players he can kind of mould, Roshan,
exactly
into his vision.
That's right. I think the key for Indonesian football going forward is to get as many of these younger guys as they can moving overseas and playing overseas and experiencing a different level, a different culture, a different way of playing as a professional footballer, living as a professional footballer for them, because it's a talented team that's got a big, bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, right now, of course, people talk about the likes of Witten Sulaiman who's just there on the ball. We've got Egi Maulana who's on the bench, along with Elkan Baggett. These are their overseas-based stars. But look at Thailand again. And it's away by Fakhruddin. The right-hand side has been productive for Thailand. Winnatep. Supachok. Let's see the idea. But not too much on that for Roller.
And just notice as well the position that Bola had taken up there. You know, the rotation of positions that they're employing here in Thailand. You know, it's popping up in different areas, different spaces. And if you're defending in those situations, if you're ball watching, you get caught off guard very quickly. Indonesia just not looking like themselves early on here in this one. You know, a couple of stray passes, loose touches. Thailand really applying the pressure, making sure that the Indonesian players don't have much time on the ball. It's a lovely touch from Super Chok.
Back to Bola. Elias Bola. Cross to Kritsada. Playing with supreme confidence, and as soon as I say that, he's given the ball away. And that is a poor ball, I'm afraid, from Witan Sulaiman, who's normally so assured of himself, the young man. I just wonder, Roshan, how much this is playing in the head. Of course, they've talked about the psychology of coming into this and knowing the history, Roshan. You can't ignore it. It's 5 editions, 5 finals you've been to, 5 that you've lost. It's in there somewhere in the psyche, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's something that has mystified me for years and years, and I've spoken about it previously. I don't think there's an easy answer to it. Probably need like an entire series of shows to really go and investigate it. But I'm amazed by it. I'm amazed at that record, and you think with this young side, you have perhaps an opportunity to, you know, shake off some of that. I'm going to use the word failure, but I mean, I don't think making the final is that much of a failure.
Oh, here's Rolla looking at Gordon Pala to get on the end of it. Right hand side has really caused problems, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're all over this Indonesian team.
I just wonder, Roshan, whether they've thought, well, it's not Pratama there. The pace has got. Edo Febriancha has barely played in this tournament.
Yeah, and the thing is, Philip Roller has got plenty of pace, loves getting forward into advanced areas. He's a quality player, and when you think about the options that they have, it's incredible.
Fullback is an embarrassment of riches, isn't it?
Tristan can come in on this left-hand side. Obviously, a very different player to Teraton. Philip Roller can come on that right-hand side and can get forward into. He can even play as one of the front 3 if they absolutely need him to.
Narrabudin's kicking his heels on the bench today. Back by Tirsen. He gets the return ball. Tirsen slips that through. Super Chok. On the volley! And that was almost sailed over Elias Bola. That so easily could have been goal number 2. Gordon Pala. That would have been a stunning goal.
That's a crucial goal line interception from Asnawi. The Super Chok is having an excellent start to this game. Wonderful attempt at goal by Bodin. Dola unable to get that one on target. But he's backing away as he hits that as well.
That's incredible technique.
Lovely technique. Wonderful defending from Asnawi. But Super Chok, with this role that he's got, you know, a lot of the focus on Chanatip, and rightly so, but Super Chok as well, I think, in the games that he's played for Thailand, has been brilliant to watch. And he's, again, I keep talking about you harping on this, but another player who I feel is sort of outgrown Southeast Asian League, and then perhaps can go in and test himself. I think he's ready, you know. At a certain point, you think of players like Kong Hai, you think of players like Super Chok, they reach a certain level, and then they sort of improve. You feel like they need to move on.
Yeah, it's a step, isn't it, that a lot of these footballers will need to take. A few of these Thai footballers have done it. Of course, we've mentioned Chanatip. Tirsen has done it in the past. Teraton, of course, has just returned from Japanese football. Can be done. Kawin has played in Belgium. Here come Indonesia. Free kick. Alfredo Dewanga. He's gone short. Is this what they were planning to do? Well, here's Irfan. They've dealt with that pretty well. Tristan Go clears it.
Just going back to Witan, because he was on the end of that one in the penalty area, and initially every time he's on the ball, And obviously Thailand would have looked at this in the analysis. They would have looked at Witan as one of the players that obviously they have to keep an eye on. And every time he's gotten the ball so far, especially in those central positions, Thailand have been very quick to make sure that they close him down. And done well there too. Close down Siwarak. Dedik leading the press.
Interesting that Indonesia have really rotated their forwards, haven't they? It looked for a while that Ezra Walian was the first choice striker. Then we've had Dedik Setiawan, we've had Kushedjo, we've had Hanis. They all bring something a little bit different, don't they?
Yes, that playing profile, a different style of play, a different type of player that they've got. But what they perhaps are lacking is a real pure sort of finisher.
Well, not too many goals scored by the strikers at the moment. Ezra Walian with a couple. Talented won't get there.
And look, I mean, players who can finish are difficult to find, difficult to come by. Thailand have been blessed with some wonderful strikers over the years. They've got one here in Tirasin as well. And sometimes the difficulty is when you look at your domestic leagues and all your strikers are essentially foreign signings, it's very difficult for then the local strikers to get much game time or to really make an impact.
Of course, Thai strikers go back to like Jackson and Piapong and legendary players. Looking pensive, but sure he'll be absolutely delighted with what he's seen. A little flick on there from Superchok. Brody won't get to it. Gritsada. Now Rolla. He's got Irfan right in his tail. He's done well here, Rolla. Superchok. Now Wiratep. Well, I just seem to have acres of space and time on the ball. Indonesia not able to get close. Tristan Doe. Now Board Impala. It's not happening at the moment for the Indonesians, and he's applauding these efforts.
Yeah, he's applauding the pressing.
Not bad for a side that doesn't keep possession, apparently, Russian. There was a little jive in the press conference, wasn't there? And they've got 77% of the ball, and they're doing a lot with it as well, aren't they? But here come Indonesia. Dedik with an important touch. Now Irfan. Overlapping run. Edo Febriansyah. Away by Kritsada. Double header from him to make sure.
Yeah, listen, I mean, obviously some mind games, right, at play.
We've enjoyed that. We've really enjoyed that.
I've just loved it. You know, we've seen the battles on the pitch, the tactical battles on the pitch, and the coaches as well on the touchline. You know,
this man does not hold back.
He doesn't, and he's such an experienced coach as well. So I mean, trust him. He knows what he's doing, especially in these press conferences.
Absolutely. Look, he talked about, I've won 20 odd titles as a manager and player. Of course, he was a bit of a legend at Seongnam. Won 6 league titles there and won the Champions League with them as a manager as well, and did so well with Korea. Won the AFF Cup and then beat Germany in the World Cup in 2018. And he said, I want to transfer some of that mentality to my players. He said, Indonesians are too nice, too friendly. I don't want them to be so friendly. He speaks his mind, Russian. That might rub people off the wrong way sometimes. There's Thailand come forward here with Superchok. Is there a foul there? Yes, it is.
Well, that was really well worked by Thailand again. They're a joy to watch in possession. I mean, the way they sort of worked it out from under pressure down that left-hand side, switch of play, find a link in Superchok there, who was aware enough to hold on to it. He knew he had to sort of wait for the run of the roller on the outside of him. He was able to turn away from that pressure, win a free kick in a really good position. No Tirathon for them though.
Yeah, this would be something he'd like to step up for. This is fairly central. There's a bit of a discussion.
He's not too bad.
Scored in. We had a classic free kick from not too far away from that position a few days ago, Russian. It'd be pretty hard to replicate that. But that final will be the perfect place to do it.
Yeah, I think he is his technique. You can see he's already looking up as he wants to hit that board in. His head goes up before he makes contact with the ball.
There's Sivarak, who's had to come in for Chachai, who sustained an injury in that second leg. He filled in very, very well. Elias Dola gets the header first. Delightful ball from Chanatip. Here's Borden, he's looking for some support. It was excellent work, wasn't it, from Asnawi. He's tenacious, but has conceded a free kick here.
It's a really good battle on this side of the pitch. Asnawi is a very talented defender. It's a good challenge. Quick to get up on his feet to try and recover. And he needed to time this one really well. But just perhaps a little bit overzealous on the second one.
Another one of those, Russian, that plays his football overseas. That's right, in Korea. Gordon Pala on the free kick again here. Gordon, ball does its job. Here's Chanatip. Touch, I think he would have wanted there. Titipan. Indonesia try to break forward. Witan Sulaiman, lovely touch from him. Slips it into Irfan. It bobbles around. They're asking for the penalty. Some of them, the referee points the other way. That has been the best attack so far.
Yeah, look at the player who's made that challenge. It's Chanatip. He's covered so much ground to get himself back there. And that's been one of the impressive things about Chanatip in this campaign, is his willingness to track back and help out defensively. It all started, I think we can see quite clearly that it's a foul to Thailand. Chanatip just gets across, he does well, uses his body from Irfan. Here's another close-up for you. Goes right through the back of Chanatip's leg there.
It's a lot of ground, isn't it? He's covered there, tracking back.
A wonderful move from Indonesia, though. It all started from Ricky Kambuaya, who beat a couple of Thai players. With a lovely ball forward for Witan Sulaiman. That first touch from Witan was excellent because it continued the momentum of the move. Allowed him to play that attempt to pass in behind.
Rolla. Back to Elias Dola. Here's Kritsada.
I think first time we've seen Kambuaya really get on the ball. It was just then.
We've said his name.
That's right. Not his fault, of course. It's been difficult for Indonesia to get anything done in possession.
What a touch that is from Superchok to Rolla, who's steaming into the penalty area. Laid back for Chanatip. Superchok. Now Wiratep taking a heavy touch. And perhaps here Indonesia can break again. Taking too long on the ball. Asnawi. There was space in midfield, wasn't there? Gordon. Straight to the keeper, that was offside. Russian, they've got to get that ball zip faster, don't they?
Yeah, and there was a real chance for Indonesia to break forward on the counter-attack. Asnawi, he needed to play that ball quicker. Instead, it broke down in midfield. Gordon's just offside. He does stray offside. You can see him just leaning forward. Flag gone up. Good decision by the assistant referee.
Their pace, Russian, the counter-attack at the moment seems their best option, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The way the Thailand are coming and pressing them high.
You know, if they can get out of the counter-press. That's the thing, they haven't been able to get out of Thailand's counter-press. And the counter-press meaning the moment Thailand lose the ball, Thailand straight away want to win it back. So they're quick to close down again and try and win the ball back again. And Indonesia are sort of just panicking in those moments, in those possession phases. But you just look at the connections here between the Thai players, how close they are to each other. They're all moving in tandem, looking to provide support. I mean, those possession numbers are just ridiculous.
But it's one in which, different from some of the other possession stats we've seen, where Thailand are actually utilising this, aren't they, the possession?
Yeah, it's almost as if poking and said, yeah, oh, so you said we're not doing well in possession. Okay, I'll show you.
Exactly.
It's almost as if it's taken it personally.
He was distinctly unamused by that whole possession comment. And certainly this feels, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is more possession than they had against even the likes of Timor-Leste. They've absolutely dominated the ball, haven't they? Here's Wiratep. Now Tristan Doe. Here's Bordimpala. He's going on a surging run himself, Bordimpala. Witan Sulaiman. Now for Indonesia. Two players right on him. You have not a moment to breathe when you have the ball if you're an Indonesian player.
This is what I was referring to. The moment they win it, Thailand are quick to just swarm around them. And if it takes conceding a free kick, sure, do it, because you break up that opportunity to counter-attack. And again, Witan, as I mentioned earlier, whenever he's on the ball, you see Thai players desperate to get around him defensively to try and stop him from doing anything. They're really nullifying Witan's threat at the moment.
Well, Manu Talking is of German and Brazilian descent. Bit of gegenpressing from him, Roshan, perhaps. That is away from Turisan Danga. This is without some 7 regulars today, Roshan, as well. This is the ability of this side. That's a scary thing, isn't it? Ferdinand Dewanga. Now Asnawi. Witan Sulaiman gives that away rather cheaply. Back with Thailand. That's why they've seen so little of the ball. Just can't hold on to it even when they do have it. Supachok.
Yeah, the level of talent sort of coming through in these countries is just incredible. I mean, yes, you talk about population and all that, and sure, they've got a bigger talent pool, but also, I think football is life in these places, you know? It's a massive part of the culture.
Yeah, if you visited Indonesia or Thailand, you see every patch of grass, any plot, little space, kids are playing. Great to see. Supachok. Here's Tirasin. Waiting for that little overlapping run from Bordimpala. Oh, he's found some space there, Tirasin, and the shot is wide. He wants that second.
The combinations are just outstanding from Thailand. I mean, the way they're able to just pass it through this Indonesian side, it's just too easy, and they're making it. They are making it look easy. It's not easy, but they're making it look so simple. And again, pressing here to win the ball back.
Here's Tristan Doe. They've got a corner here, Thailand. There was a moment in that earlier move where Rahmat was talking to Risky about going for the man, track him, keep an eye on him. They're not able to, Roshan, at the moment. The movement is amazing.
Keep up with the level, the quality, the pace of the movement, and how quickly the ball is moving as well. You see it from Thailand. It's 1 and 2 touch play. It's 1 and 2 touch play, and it moves on to the next player. And then when they need to show that quality, that individual quality to beat a man or to hang on to it, to draw players towards them before releasing it into space, they know when to do that as well. Awareness of the spaces that they're in. They're just in complete control of this game so far.
Orang lain masa di sana guys.
4 of them inside the box. 2 of them on target. If we're being really picky, Roshan, should there be a goal or 2 more? Higher than... That's been really critical though, isn't it? It's just been a joy to watch.
Being hyper critical. I mean, there's always going to be something you can pick out, right?
That looked the late challenge by Elias Bola. Play will continue for the moment. Dola's walking away. Elias Bola, he knows exactly what's going to happen next. Rahmat Irianto, late challenge on him.
That's a late challenge, and he's gone lunging in from quite far off. It looks like Irianto could be okay. Good challenge from Bola.
Part of their naturalised contingent. Elias Bola, born in Sweden. Moved to Thailand a couple of years ago. 1.96 metres. By the way, he's just gone down now. Elias Bola.
Yeah, I think he felt a bit of strain there. He was actually, as he ran off and tried to run away from the referee, he felt a bit of strain. Looks like he could have just jarred his knee, perhaps.
So they've got... There's a problem here. There's no Manuel Beer. They've got Paui.
Yeah.
They need. Let's remind you of the goal.
I mean, it's great work, you know. Just again, these triangles here. Super Chok just peeling out to the right hand side initially. Roller with that underlapping run on the inside of him. Ability to beat a couple of players, and then on the defensive side, the 2 Indonesian central midfielders getting completely dragged across and not winning the ball there. Both players getting dragged across into that position. It's left that gap for Chanathip to then have a shot at goal there. The central defenders couldn't step up quickly enough into him. Wonderful work from Thailand on the right-hand side. Great work from Roller. And then a fine finish. Quality finish from Chanathip. Comes into him first time. Into the back of the net. No chance for Nadeo.
So they're taking some time.
Bola dari Terasil Dangda yang saat ini memang 4 gol di Piala AFF 2020. Paling gagal para pemain Indonesia. Hanya kita lihat Yusuf Bola tidak mampu lagi untuk melanjutkan pertandingan. Tak diganti, kita lihat Yusuf Bola berpostur 196 cm, berusia 28 tahun, berasal dari klub Port FC sejak tahun 2017, sangat tinggi Bung Doni.
Ya, tentunya buat timnas Indonesia sendiri, tadi saya katakan bahwa di grup ini sangat penting, dan mengingat bahwa timnas Thailand sendiri lebih mengambil inisiatif untuk melakukan tekanan-tekanan di awal. High pressing mereka lakukan justru di sepertiga lapangan kita sendiri. Dan memang sulit dalam hal teori tentunya kalau kita katakan Indonesia harus lebih berani lagi, lebih cepat lagi melepaskan tekanan ini dengan melakukan umpan-umpan pendek dan tentunya berharap pada kecepatan yang dimiliki tentunya oleh sosok Irfan Jaya dan Witan Sulaiman. Tapi ini semua tentunya harus dimulai dari pressure yang dilakukan oleh seorang Rahmat Irianto, oleh seorang Kambuaya, karena lapangan tengah akan menjadi sangat sentral mengingat tim seagresif Vietnam pun kesulitan melawan Thailand.
Boklo Anan, usia 30 tahun, postur 179 cm, kelahiran 4 Maret 91, akan masuk dasar klub Bangkok United sejak tahun 2017. Sudah mengemas 43 kali caps dengan 5 gol. Bermain sejak tahun 2016 dan 2018 di Piala AFF, sedangkan di Piala AFF 2020 2 kali main sebagai pengganti saat melawan Vietnam di leg kedua dan juga melawan Singapura di pertandingan terakhir grup A Piala AFF 2020 setelah Koklau Anak. Balik kita lihat Philip lempar ke dalam pada Supacok, berhasil digagalkan Indonesia. Bahri para pemain Thailand kuasai bola. Ada Bodin Pala, cukup tenang Bodin, bisa melewati Asnawi. Hanya Witan dianggap melakukan pelanggaran kepada Bodin Pala. Pergerakannya memang sangat-sangat menyulitkan sektor kanan pertahanan Indonesia. Sesungguhnya bukan Witan tadi melakukan pelanggaran, justru Bodin tadi yang melakukan sodokan kepada Witan, tapi memang aktingnya sangat baik. Itulah contoh para pemain profesional yang memberikan beberapa Indonesia. Ini bola sebenarnya tidak outside. Supacok berbahaya kini, masih Supacok. Alhamdulillah berhasil digagalkan, kita lihat oleh Rizky Ridho tadi. Umpan tarikan sangat-sangat berbahaya kepada pemain depan Thailand dari Supacok. Bung Doni, tidak offside?
Ya, jelas tidak offside, dan ini adalah kombinasi yang berbahaya sekali ya, seorang Philip Roll dan juga Supacok yang tercatat sudah lebih dari 4 kali melakukan manuver yang sangat cepat sekali dari sisi kiri pertahanan Indonesia, dan ini harus menjadi catatan Sintayong dalam babak istirahat.
Kali permainan 1-2 pemain Thailand sangat baik, sangat sulit. Koklau dari Rizky Ridho datang lagi. Ada Supacok, hati-hati, bukan sebuah penalti. Irfan Jaya, Kambuaya, Dewangga kiri Kambuaya, masih Kambuaya. Ayo bergerak, Dendi. Witan Sulaiman langsung di kotak penalti. Dendi. Oh Tuhan, Dewangga. Oh, peluang yang sangat baik. Nikmat Tuhan, mana dia hendak medustakan Dewangga. Sangat baik di depan mulut gawang, gagal. Sebuah peluang yang sangat baik. Kita lihat bagaimana umpan tarik yang sangat baik dari Witan Sulaiman, Bung Doni.
Ya, tentunya dimulai oleh pergerakan. Lagi-lagi ya, Kambuaya yang menjadi salah satu nominasi pemain debutan terbaik di turnamen ini, memberikan umpan kepada seorang Witan Sulaiman, dan juga umpan yang diberikan seorang Witan, sayang sekali gawang terbuka lebar, belum menjadi rezeki dari seorang Erlangga dan juga untuk timnas Indonesia.
Bagaimana kita lihat tadi peluang yang sangat-sangat terbuka, minta diulang oleh wasit karena bola masih bergulir, karena memang bola tidak boleh ditendang sebelum bola benar-benar berhenti, ya itu baru boleh ditendang. Karena selama bergulir tidak boleh. Siwara langsung ke depan, arahkan langsung pada Philip, kontrol yang baik kepada Terasil, kini berdua kita lihat Terasil. Sebuah pelanggaran, advantage tadi dibiarkan play on Koklau kepada Songkrasis, sodoran yang sangat-sangat luar biasa tadi dilakukan oleh Asnawi. Apakah ada pemain Indonesia yang masih tergeletak? Rahmat Irianto yang memang di pertandingan melawan Singapura di leg kedua mendapatkan cedera ringan di bahu, Bung Doni.
Ya, memang salah satu cara untuk bisa membebaskan diri dari tekanan yang begitu deras yang dilakukan timnas Thailand adalah Gusol juga untuk mencoba merebut bola kembali. Dan kita lihat tadi ada ini sini kita lihat pelanggaran ya yang terjadi atas Supacok.
Saya setuju itu sebuah pelanggaran tadi dilakukan oleh itu. Untungnya wasit dan juga tidak ada teknologi VAR di sini. Hal-hal seperti itu yang sering sekali dilakukan para pemain Indonesia.
Ya, dan kita mungkin harus fair ya, atau jujur mengatakan kita juga terselamatkan, Bung Adi ya, dari beberapa momen-momen kesalahan. Walaupun memang kita juga sempat menderita kerugian saat Kambuaya juga diganjar ya dalam leg 1 melawan Singapura. Tapi sekali lagi memang ini menjadi sebuah diskusi yang menarik tentunya tentang isu adanya VAR yang harus diberikan di turnamen berikutnya.
Ya, gerakan apapun yang membahayakan atau melanggar peraturan, selemah apapun, jika dinilai itu sebuah pelanggaran, tentu saja akan dinyatakan sebuah pelanggaran oleh wasit. Apalagi jika terjadi di kotak penalti, tentu Indonesia harus hati-hati dengan gerakan-gerakan yang menimbulkan interpretasi dari wasit untuk dinyatakan sebagai sebuah pelanggaran. Kita kiri sada, langsung ke depan, arahkan pada Koklau yang bermain sebagai bek kanan Koklau, ataukah sebagai center back. Rasel Dangda dikejar tadi kita oleh Fahrudin, sangat baik. Balik pelanggaran dilakukan para pemain Indonesia terhadap Wasit asal Saudi Al-Hulbus Sukri Al-Husain. Oh,
Ya,
ya jelas
lambat.
pelanggaran telat tadi Rahmat Irianto untuk pergerakan dari Bodin Pala. Dalam Bodin Pala berpose 182 cm, sangat tinggi untuk ukuran pemain-pemain Asia Tenggara. Beratep menggantikan posisi dari Yusuf Dola. Bersada Kama, luar biasa kita lihat tadi Fahrudin. Gagal lagi kini para pemain Thailand, sangat mudah kehilangan bola pemain Indonesia. Dan sangat baik umpan-umpan dilepaskan para pemain Thailand. Kontrol pun luar biasa dari para pemain Indonesia. Oh, mengelak sangat baik kalimat dari Terasio. Belakang Rizky Ridho tadi, empat ke depan. Balik, kehilangan bola pemain Indonesia. Tristandu, Songkrasin, ada Bodin Pala, para pemain Thailand kuasai bola. Ke depan langsung kepada Songkrasin. Lebih dekat dengan kita lihat dengan Fahrudin. Gila yang sangat baik dilakukan oleh Fahrudin memberikan Songkrasin tadi untuk meraih bola yang dikawal dengan sangat ketat oleh Fahrudin. Wahyudi Arianto, Bung Doni.
Ya, sudah sedikit mereda tentunya mengingat ini sudah memasuki menit-menit babak pertama. Thailand tetap mendominasi dalam ball possession, tetap lebih berani dalam melakukan tekanan-tekanan ke lini pertahanan Indonesia. Tapi memang terlihat mereka sudah mulai sedikit lelah. Dan lagi-lagi ini adalah menit-menit tersisa yang sering sekali tidak terjadi drama, Bung Adi. Dan kita berharap di 3 menit tambahan ini kita masih bisa menciptakan peluang.
Pelanggaran Tristandu terhadap Witan Sulaiman tadi, kasak paha kanan dari Witan Tristandu. Dengan posisi Keraton Tristandu dengan Dewangga, sangat baik Dewangga berhadapan dengan Bodin, masih Dewangga. Asnawi langsung ke depan, ada Dedi, oh! Jadi masih pemain Thailand, Toklau Anan dilanggar oleh Dewangga. Momen pertama tadi lepas dari Dedi, terlalu banyak menunggu sehingga kehilangan momen. Kita lihat bagaimana umpan Asnawi sangat baik kepada Dewi dan menunggu bola menyentuh tanah. Padahal harus tadi tendangan volley, Bung Doni.
Setuju sekali ya, Bung Adi. Di sini memang kita berbicara melawan tim sekelas Thailand, tentunya kita harus bisa peluang sebaik mungkin, efektif, efisien. Kalau kita masih ingin tetap mencuri poin di dalam leg 1 ini.
Supacok, hati-hati, Philip, Supacok kembali, Itiwat, luar biasa Supacok, masih Supacok, hati-hati, kosong Bodin, masih Bodin, shooting Bodin, Alhamdulillah, berhasil digagalkan oleh Nadio Argawi Nata tadi. Pressing yang sangat-sangat baik oleh Bodin Pala yang memang sangat berdiri bebas di dalam kotak penalti di sisi kanan pertahanan Indonesia. Bung Dodi, kita lihat bagaimana akselerasi yang sangat-sangat luar biasa dari Supacok.
Ya, sebuah tontonan laga final AFF yang sangat menarik, sebuah gerakan kelas dunia yang dilakukan seorang Supacok yang sempat melalui beberapa pemain pertahanan Indonesia, dan sebuah shooting yang sangat baik oleh Bodin Pala, dan sebuah penyelamatan yang tidak kalah kelas dunianya oleh seorang Nadio.
Tendangan penjuru kembali buat Thailand. Kali Bodin Pala adalah Nadio Argawinata. Lagi pertandingan babak pertama akan berlangsung. Tendangan penjuru Thailand, Bodin Pala lakukan sudah. Kini kita lihat Weratep berhadapan dengan Dedi, masih Weratep angkat ke kotak penalti. Alhamdulillah, dipotong saja kita melihat kegagalan Nadio Argawinata. Langsung lepas ke dalam, langsung pada Rahmat Irianto, umpan ke depan langsung, sangat baik kepada Witan Sulaiman. Nampaknya sudah offside tadi, pergerakan Witan Sulaiman sudah berada di garis belakang pertahanan terakhir dari Thailand. Dan pemirsa, pertandingan babak pertama sudah selesai dan skor tetap 1-0 buat keunggulan sementara Thailand lewat gol yang diciptakan oleh Jakatin Songkrasi. Dan pemirsa, kami akan kembali ke
Betul, tidak mudah melawan Thailand. Kita dikejutkan dengan gol cepat. Ini sebuah gol yang memang sangat baik sekali skemanya, clinical, simple, template dari Thailand. Dan kita lihat ya bagaimana pola yang diterapkan oleh Paul King ini sebenarnya dia bermain sayap ya. Philip dari kanan ya, Philip roller
dari kanan.
back sayap kanan.
Mereka
dari
menyerang terus-menerus lini
betul,
pertahanan sebelah kiri dari Indonesia.
iya, di daerah di mana di situ ada Edo Febriansyah, kemudian Tristando juga banyak dari kiri. Jadi memang jelas sekali Paul King ini ingin memaksimalkan peran dari kedua sayap, dan itu terbukti di menit-menit awal. Philip roller langsung memberikan assist bagi target man mereka, yaitu Canatip ya.
Ya, Song Krasin.
Ya,
luar biasa sekali memang. Kita tidak bisa pungkiri bagaimana pergerakan dari para pemain Thailand luar biasa. Kita lihat juga tadi Supacok Saracat dengan skill individunya yang hampir saja, Bung. Hampir saja, beruntung sekali tinggal gawang Nadeo masih bisa tampil gemilang menyelamatkan gawang dari timnas Indonesia. Kita lihat bagaimana skill individu mereka bermain dengan sangat lepas. Sejujurnya Thailand mengurung pertahanan Indonesia. Apa yang harus dilakukan Indonesia untuk bisa memperbaiki keadaan, Bung?
Iya, sebenarnya yang menjadi kekurangan kita hanya pertama ini, kurang konsentrasi di awal. Tapi setelah itu ada beberapa catatan. Tadi Romdan sudah mengatakan bagaimana Nadeo ini tampil sangat brilian.
Ini proses terjadinya gol dari Song Krasin.
Iya. Sementara ini juga beberapa kali crossing yang saya katakan sayap mereka bermain, dan Asnawi ini juga bermain sangat baik.
Sangat baik ini kalau nggak ada Asnawi tadi udah 2-0.
Betul sekali, ada satu tadi penyelamatan, kemudian ada 2 key tackling yang dilakukan oleh dia, termasuk salah satunya di kotak penalti yang oleh rekan kita tadi dikatakan ini sangat berbahaya, tapi memang beresiko. Inilah pengalaman berbicara. Jadi memang, dan juga kita lihat ada satu peluang dari kita, dari Dewangga yang sayangnya sudah begitu terbuka lebar.
Ya, ini sepertinya tadi peluang dari Dewangga baik sekali langsung masuk dari lini belakang, second line, tapi sayang sekali masih melambung, Bung.
Betul, ini terbuka sekali, dan saya pikir ini tadi itu adalah peluang terbaik yang kita miliki.
Ya, ini juga peluang yang namun sayangnya tidak langsung cepat ditendang kalau saya katakan, Bung. Dia menunggu bolanya jatuh ke tanah terlebih dahulu.
Iya, ini yang saya katakan kecepatan berpikir, mengambil keputusan, dan di situ agak sedikit telat ya, dan akhirnya hilang momentum tersebut. Kalau dia melakukan first time, mungkin peluangnya akan lebih besar untuk terjadi gol ya.
Dan tadi sayang sekali memang Dewangga kembali tendangannya harus melambung ke langit, Bung.
Iya, memang mental seorang pemain belakang ya. Biasanya bolanya ke atas, tapi memang sangat terbuka sekali, butuh ketenangan di sana. Dan skema tadi yang terjadi itu sangat luar biasa, karena Witan yang biasanya di kanan bergerak ke kiri dan membingungkan lawan dan langsung memberikan satu kesempatan.
Ya, kita akan bahas lebih lanjut lagi juga tentunya. Kita juga melihat bagaimana Coach Sintayong sebetulnya cukup tenang meskipun kejebolan di menit awal. Dia tidak terlalu melakukan banyak manuver kita lihat. Tetapi memang pada saat berjalannya babak pertama mungkin separuh babak pertama ke belakang, kita baru bisa melihat bagaimana permainan timnas Indonesia bisa bermain lebih berkembang, Bung.
Sepakat ya, memang agak sedikit telat kita. Ini kenapa terjadi menurut saya, karena di awal kita kaget dengan gol tersebut. Sehingga akhirnya kalau pasukan itu perlu mengkonsolidasi dulu pertahanannya. Setelah beberapa saat baru mereka mulai bisa keluar menyerang, dan ada beberapa peluang yang sayang sekali lagi masih belum bisa kita maksimalkan menjadi gol. Dan saya mencatat butuh 35 menit 27 detik untuk menciptakan shot on goal pertama bagi kita.
Ya, Ricky Kambuaya juga tampil luar biasa, tapi kita akan bahas lebih lanjut selain satu ini. Jangan kemana-mana pemirsa, tetap bersama kami. Ya pemirsa, masih bersama kami di mana skor sementara masih unggul Thailand dengan skor 0-1 atas Indonesia. Dan kami juga ingin mengucapkan sekali lagi terima kasih untuk Bank Jago, bank digital paling jago se-Nusantara yang telah mendukung pertandingan final Indonesia melawan Thailand pada malam hari ini. Bung Harpa, kalau kita melihat dari sisi kedalaman skuad, kira-kira siapa pemain yang bisa membawa perubahan berdampak di babak kedua nanti yang harus diturunkan oleh timnas Indonesia, Bung?
Ya, saya melihat sebenarnya di babak pertama, terutama seperti yang tadi Romo katakan, di setengah pertandingan terakhir babak pertama ini kita sebenarnya cukup punya peluang.
Ya.
Ada beberapa kali kita melancarkan tekanan dari Witan, kemudian juga dari Dewangga yang sayangnya masih gagal. Ini menunjukkan lawan juga tidak sempurna-sempurna amat ya. Dan ini saya pikir yang harus kita manfaatkan.
Artinya kedalaman skuad masih bisa dimanfaatkan dan ini juga kita lihat bagaimana position yang terjadi babak pertama 72% dikuasai oleh Thailand dan kalau kita lihat shots on targetnya tidak terlalu berbanding jauh namun memang tembakan percobaannya berbanding cukup jauh 2/8 dan shots on target 0 berbanding 3, Bung.
Iya, ini kita lihat ya walaupun memang Thailand menguasai luar biasa 72% berbanding 28%, namun mereka dalam tanda kutip hanya bisa melancarkan 3 shot on goal. Dan salah satunya kita tahu berhasil dihalau oleh Nadir.
Jangan lupa depo dukung Thailand biar bandar bingung.
Kita berhasil merespon ketertinggalan di menit awal
Semoga
ini
Indo
cukup
menang.
baik. Walaupun tentu belum cukup baik untuk bisa membuat kita lega. Kita tentunya butuh
Semoga
paling tidak
Indonesia
gol penyeimbang
juara.
keadaan dan itu sudah kita bisa lihat di setengah babak pertama akhir. Itulah yang saya ingin lihat di babak yang kedua. Bermain lebih berani, menekan, lalu sedikit agak lebih cerdik. Misalnya ketika Witan tadi bergeser ke kiri, lawan agak sedikit terganggu, agak sedikit kagok.
Markingnya agak kegeser,
Iya,
dan itu
betul
logo yang
sekali.
seharusnya tadi bagus sekali dimanfaatkan oleh Dewa sebetulnya.
Finishingnya memang
Finishingnya sayang sekali belum. Tapi kita berharap ada peluang-peluang seperti itu terjadi lagi juga di babak kedua. Kalau kita juga melihat sebetulnya pola skema permainan sudah sangat jelas. Bagaimana Indonesia sebetulnya tidak parkir bis dan tidak terlalu defensif. Bahkan sesekali kita melakukan half pressure, Bung.
Betul.
Dengan lini yang cukup tinggi sebetulnya.
Iya, ada beberapa kali serangan balik yang kita lancarkan, terutama lagi-lagi ya saya katakan 20 menit terakhir yang cukup baik. Ya Dewangga memang ternyata ditampilkan juga sebagai gelandang bertahan dengan Rapat Irianto. Ya kadang dia bisa lebih ketat, kadang dia juga agak sedikit bobolan, tapi memang serangan balik ini kita butuhkan lebih agresif lagi ketika kita melakukan serangan balik. Tadi kita awal-awal agak sedikit kacau tuh. Ya satu lari yang
pada
lain
saat
ada
di
yang
high press terutama seperti paniknya terasa sekali.
Iya, tapi lama-lama kemudian mendapatkan bentuknya, kemudian juga ada sedikit perubahan.
Robot binomo gratis di channel YouTube Marcel Geojordi Autotrade.
Kesempatan juga naik ke atas, tapi lagi-lagi memang seperti yang saya katakan di awal, ketika saat kita membuka acara ini, finishing ataupun touch dari seorang Ricky Kambuaya ini memang bukan finisher. Ya kadang-kadang
seperti tadi ada peluang sebetulnya mungkin kalau pemain lain mungkin dia akan shoot.
Betul tapi dia memberikan
Nomor lainnya matiin lah, Bang.
catatan tersendiri yang mungkin saja bisa dirubah di babak yang kedua.
Ya, dan
Gabut
sekali
doang,
lagi kami
Bang.
ucapkan terima kasih untuk Bank Jago, bank digital paling jago se-Nusantara.
Indo NFR Win, UMBS 1.
Inovatif dan kolaboratif yang telah mendukung pertandingan final antara Indonesia melawan Thailand pada malam hari ini. Bung Harta, kalau kita melihat dari sisi Thailand juga sebetulnya mereka ada beberapa pemain yang tampil dengan sangat dominan. Kita lihat ada Trislandu, ada Saracat, kemudian Song.
Back to the National Stadium here in Singapore. It's the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 first leg final where Indonesia have been outplayed by the Thais. Chanatip Shantasuk has got the opening goal very early on, the quickest spell ever in a AFF Suzuki Cup final, and the reaction is to bring on 3 players. Elvan Dimas Elkan Baggett and Kaki are the three should come on. It could well be a change in the way they set themselves up. We'll see very shortly indeed. But Russian, something had to be modified because they were getting outplayed on all parts of the park, weren't they? Yes, that's what they had to do. They had to react at half-time, and that's what they did. And that's what they've done, sorry. And make those changes. So let's see how it affects the overall shape of this Indonesian team. It looks like at the moment it's just going to be perhaps just like for like. Elkan Baggett is still going into central defence. So with that four-man back line. It appeared, Russian, that they were struggling. Fakhruddin was struggling, wasn't he, with the pace of 32-year-old veteran defender. They seemed to be struggling with the pace, particularly of Borden Bola on that left-hand side for Thailand. I mean, if that was the case, it's an interesting one because I don't think Elkan Baggett is that pacey as well. So you've now got two young central defenders in there, Rizky and Elkan Baggett. You've taken out experience in Fakhruddin. You've added a bit more experience in midfield in Evan Dimas. You might see a bit more of Alfredo Devanga perhaps, just hanging back. We'll see. By Asnawi. It looks like they are certainly trying to be a bit more aggressive if they can. Kaki muscled off the ball far too easily. Elkan Baggett came in from Ipswich under 23s, another one they're putting a lot of hopes on. Had a very eventful Suzuki Cup. Resisted attempts at first to play for Indonesia. They flew in for this tournament and played one match, then got quarantined and then scored a goal on his return against Malaysia. It's quite interesting the way he's been used by Indonesia, isn't it? I mean, it's almost like you're always coming on at half time. You see, we can. Here we knock to the back. They needed to adjust towards the left back position as Alflandra would have dropped into their part of the pitch. Plenty of time tackled. Look at that overlap and run on the left hand side.
Selalu bisa jadi pegangan.
Just a little bit too much on the ball there.
30 tahun soal Kaki jadi pegangan buat bikin terus.
Swift counter from Thailand there. You get players throwing forward. High starting position there for Thailand again. Applying the pressure on the short ball kicks out. Fakhruddin Arianto replaced by Elkan Baggett. Fabriansha, the left back, of course, he came into there for the suspended Pratama Arhan, had quite a tough task on his hands, keeping Supachok and Roller quiet. He has to go as well. Placed by Evan Dimas and Rahmat Urianto is the other one who has left the pitch, and then Dimas replaces him. Well worth a shot, why not? Taking a bit of a deflection. Super Chok's effort, and it will be a corner.
He's been everywhere for Thailand. Here he is stepping up in the central position. And that could have troubled the goalkeeper. I think they're not taking a bit of a deflection.
Indonesian fans trying their best here. Show support for their team. But even numbers in here tonight. Good Impala. Kept alive here by Poklanan. Chanatip out across the boarding. Simple one, but it's headed away by Risky. Great header away. Great header away. The second one from Alfiandra. Had to put his head on that. Anticipating the possible contact from Superchak. Crosses that come in. Interesting little switch, isn't it, to have him now at left wing back.
Well, that's right. And in the first half, Thailand got quite a bit of joy down that right-hand side. Indonesia's left. Looks like it was something that they needed to address just at half-time. Decided to go with that switch.
With a Salam, a quick ball in. You can see that he was attempting to did it. Solid, isn't it? From the makeshift centre-back today. Wirata up the other end. Here comes Superchok. They're steaming in. Cuts inside Okapag and still Superchok. He goes back to Jonathan. Goal number 2. Fantastic counter-attack by Thailand.
Just too good. Individual quality and brilliance. Giving Thailand this goal. Super chop. Absolutely superb. They win it there. Nothing wrong with that tackle, and they
Ini cukup disiplin, tapi memang adanya beberapa pergantian ini paling tidak mengganggu sedikit ritme.
Chris looking, of course, to extend his lead at the top of the all-time scorers chart. Here is Superchok. Oh, that's not far away, is it? Another one that's worth the effort, Pokloanan.
You know, the way Thailand are going at the moment, this could be over after the first leg.
Just remembering how they shut up shop in the second leg against Vietnam, having a 2-0 lead. If they want to,
able to do that against perhaps coming into this the best side in Southeast Asia at the moment in Vietnam. Just in complete control, Thailand.
here is Bola and without many of their regulars. So impressive. More to come from this side. Klitsada. They've also been stung, Roshan. I think you and I have talked about this throughout the tournament. They've been stung a little bit by the criticism. They had a poor World Cup campaign by their high standards.
Yeah.
Being bundled out early on, not even finishing third in that World Cup qualifying group in round 2. There was a mini Suzuki Cup in there, and the likes of Indonesia took points off them. Malaysia, Vietnam, of course. And they were stung by that word. That hurt, didn't it?
You know, there's been a bit of talk about how that spark has just seemed to have gone out a little bit since Ketesok Zico left his post. And I'll come back to you.
Yes, that's now boos from the crowd from this game and perhaps from the last one as well. Oh, that's a delightful ball, isn't it? Out to Supachok. Here he is, Chanatip. Another long-range effort, perhaps. Well, they're all taking their turns, aren't they, at the moment? Tirasin now peppering this goal.
Every time Supachok gets on the ball, he's creating danger. All sorts of issues for the Indonesian defense. Lovely step over, linking up with Chanatip. And you wonder, just going back to that spark coming back into the Thai national team with Mano Polkin coming in.
We'll come back to that. Here is Irfan Jai. He's offside though. Briefly, the fans got excited there. Thailand look like they're going to make a few changes now that they've probably secured this first leg. Let's see.
Again, it's another really good driving run from Kambuaya. Irfan Jaya, I mean, that's poor from him because he's looking right across the line. And he's not bothered to sort of just try and either bend his run or just drop off a little bit to try and keep himself onside. Kambuaya, I think, has been Indonesia's best player. And for Thailand, it's been Supachok. I know the temptation will be to give the man of the match to Chanatip. His 2 goals, which were really good finishes, but I think Supachok has been that real driving force, that creative element for Thailand.
Well, he's certainly in contention, isn't he, Chanatip, for MVP? To regain the crown that he lost. He didn't play, of course, in the last edition. Well, that needed to be a better ball from Alfredo Devanga into the path of Ricky Kambuaya. Well, here the changes. Sitipan and Supachai to come on. An opportunity for possibly Tirasin. Perhaps Kitiwat to have a little bit of a break. That would be the obvious changes, perhaps. We'll see. Remember in the last leg where Tirasin was asking if he could come off. And Tolkien was saying, just give me a few more minutes. Suwarak has had very, very little to do in this game. So from Indonesia's point of view now, they've just got to stay in this, don't they? Yeah, it's almost damage limitation now. Just keep it at 2 if they can. Maybe get a goal back, but at least certainly not conceding a third.
Exactly that. I mean, we touched on this, I think, in the first half about not letting the game run away from you. There's a real danger here that it could ahead of the second leg. And this is where tactically as well, I think if you're a coach, you're thinking about these things as well. You know, you can't take too many risks and can't take too many chances, can't open up too much.
Yeah.
because you know there's still another game to go. And look, there's still time for Indonesia to turn this around, but it's been difficult for them to really get into the game. They've had one big moment, one high-quality opportunity through Alfreandra.
Yeah. And look, he has had an excellent tournament, hasn't he, Alfreandra?
That's right.
That's not his job. Is not to put the goals in, but of course he was still in that great position. But he has been superb for them.
And a lot of these players have been great. A lot of them have been. You know, if they do end up going on to lose this,
we'll come back to that in the second Russian as we just complete the substitutions, and it is going to be Tirsin to come off. We'll add to his tournament tally. This is a change we quite often see. Supachai Chaided to replace him. As we speculated as well, Kitiwat to be replaced by Titipan. Pretty much like-for-like changes then.
they've really managed the workloads of the players very well, Thailand. And it's easy to do that when you've got such a wonderful squad, but also having that faith in the squad to deliver. Despite the changes that you've made, players will repay that faith that you've put in them.
Here's Evan Dimas, no longer able to command an automatic starting place in this 11 Shin Tae-yong.
That was a really good turn from Asnawi there earlier. Top of the shoulder, get rid of Kitipan on the press and then turn away.
Another one that was impressed in previous editions of the AFF Suzuki Cup. Here's a chance for Irfan. Another opportunity. Not taken, and Simara finally called into action.
Very good chance for Indonesia. And again, it's Kambuaya at the heart of it. He's the one who receives it in space. There you go. Makes a run in behind that Thai midfield. Picks it up in space. Picks out a lovely pass through into Irfan Jaya. The weight on that pass, I think, is excellent. It's right into the run of Irfan Jaya. He doesn't even have to sort of break his stride. He just needs to adjust his body shape, not get it wide enough with enough bend. And Kambuaya, as I say, who's been excellent for Indonesia, is the man who's coming off.
He has been brilliant. And a big roar, though, for this man here, Egy Maulana. So much speculation as to when he would be playing in this tournament. He came on against Singapore in the second leg of that semi-final, and he'll get a bit more time here today. He's in Slovakia with Senica. He is often regarded as the great big hope of Indonesian football, the 21-year-old. That may just give the team a bit of a boost, but as Roshan mentioned, the most creative player, the one who's really been at the heart of things, Inki Kambuaya, has been taken off. About half an hour or so, if you include some added time here for Indonesia in this first leg to try get something out of this if they can. Elkan Baggett. Out wide to his left wing back, Ashranda Debanga. Witten Sulaiman. Still going here. And that's easy for Sivarak.
He's found it very difficult to get involved in the game with Tan Sulaiman, and it's a credit to Thailand. They've got 10 players around him every time he's gotten on the ball. And there, he was able to just wriggle away, got a bit fortunate with that. Couldn't quite find the final pass into one of his runners in the box.
Baggett brought down play continues. Debanga. There's Asnawi. Now, Egi Maulana. Lovely return ball. Here's Asnawi. Little moments here, flashes for Indonesia. Irfan. Kadek Agung. Still Kadek Agung. Trying to weave his way through Witan Sulaiman. And now look at this super chop.
I think he might have taken a boot to the face on the follow through. Super chop.
50.000 dari kebiasaan
game a little bit in the second half. A bit of skill, link up with Kadek. And looking to weave his way through that defense. But it's Wirotep with an important leg out. There, good challenge from Wirotep, central midfielder playing in central defense for Thailand. Last Bola was taken off with an injury.
Super chop. He quite often finds himself at the end of challenges, doesn't he? He's taking quite a beating in this tournament. Players like him and Chanatip will often,
will draw challenges. We'll draw these fouls, and you have to be brave. You know, players like that, they take on the responsibility to want to make things happen with the ball. And the hits will come. But also, I think we see with Chanatip, especially at this level, and the knowledge and the experience that he has now of how to use his body and how to protect himself, you know, from challenges like that. You know, he sees it coming almost, and you know, he knows sort of the steps that he needs to take. Avoid the tackle.
Here's Chanatip, quick ball into Supatai. Now Roller. Look at that. Just will, and that is an excellent goal. Keep calm, says Supatai, and it's about time that he gets in the score sheet. What a goal again for Thailand.
That's just pure class. I mean, I don't know how you stop that. And the key thing here is Chanatip, and again the awareness as he receives to play very quick. Turns on the ball first touch, second pass goes in behind that defense into Philip Roller via Poklo, and then awareness just to leave it, time and space to pick his spot. It's a big gap for him to hit. It's a huge gap for him to hit, but Chanatip just there. So he saw it, received, quick pass on the turn, body shape spot on, into Poklo, out to Roller, and then on the edge of the box. 2 goals from the edge of the area for Thailand. He deserves that goal, Super Chop. And we've seen some wonderful goals in this competition, but team goals from Thailand have been outstanding.
So good to watch. Super Chop does the business one way or the other for his country. He's been magnificent tonight. And Roshan had earlier mentioned about not letting this game run away from the Indonesians. There we asked the
Awas, sakit dia. Kaki. Wow.
But you need to take into account the quality of the opposition that they're up against as well. I mean, look at the way Thailand are moving. It's give and go, off the ball runs. players with technical brilliance, but also that tactical understanding. It's happening so quickly. It's very difficult for Indonesia to come to terms with the pace of Thailand's game. It's gone flying there, Poklo. He's got unfortunate, perhaps risky. But free kick in a really good position for Thailand.
10.000 dari orang biasa, ada gol lagi.
Oh, sorry, was it all three goals have been from the edge of the box? China Tips was from the edge of the box as well.
First one smashed
on the counter attack.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. They have all three of it.
20.000 dari awal
has been very good.
81935550500.
Power in that one. From Tristan.
That was close. I mean, from where we're sitting, looking at this, I thought that was headed in. Finishing, I mean, lots of things have been, you've seen that gulf in class and between Thailand and Indonesia. The overall play in possession, the defensive work, and then the most important thing, the finishing.
Well done. Watered there by Kritsada.
And Indonesia with 3 shots, 2 of those you would say were great opportunities. You think back to Alfeandra and then Irfan Jaya in the second half, meeting their pass in behind from Ricky Kambuaya.
Those were the high quality opportunities that you talk about.
Opportunities, big chances for them to have gotten themselves something from this game, even though they haven't really been in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they have been second best throughout, and yet they had those 2 chances. Those are the kind of chances you've got to take in a match like this. You're missing so little of the ball. And there's 20 minutes here for Thailand to play out, see if they can kill it off even more. They can. Here's Chanatip. Finds a roller. And they'll get the corner. So Irfan is going to go off and replaced by another very pacey forward in Rama Rumakek. Some very good moments in this tournament.
Again, you know, how well they get forward so quickly. They move the ball on. The pace at which they move the ball on, right through the middle.
Get past the first man. Looked like it had gone out of play anyway from Borden Pala. Rumakek has had some very, very good moments. Blistering pace for the 19-year-old from Persipura Jayapura. Caps to his name now. Let's see if he can do anything. That's right, on Kitipan. Here's Borden Pala. They're going to make a goalkeeping change, Russia and Thailand.
Just showing off now.
That's, wow. I suppose it's nice to see Kawin, who's really kind of a legendary figure, isn't he, amongst goalkeepers in Southeast Asia. Really regarded as the outstanding #1 for a long, long time. And listen to the reception. Sirak's done brilliantly.
Yeah.
In about the 1.5 matches he's played in.
To me, another goalkeeping legend. One goalkeeping legend replacing another. Sirak. I mean, they're so blessed in that position.
Listen to that. go to rest. Chanatip now, and Warachit will come on.
You know, you often hear of disagreements between club managers and international managers, right, for overuse of players. I don't think there's any club manager out there that can be unhappy with the way Mano Polking has managed the workload of his players.
Yeah, he's been so good. I mean, there was the game against Singapore, he made all 11 changes, didn't use any of his first teamers at all, even in the subs. No one thought he was going to be feeling this starting 11 roster. We knew there'd be maybe 2 or 3 changes, but not to this extent. And they fitted seamlessly. Just a bit of a nudge from Dedik on Kutsada. And what was was fascinating to see, just right there, Mano Polking 3-0 up. Yeah, still
they missed opportunity perhaps. He's still so upset, saying this should have been the ball to play, not the other one.
Yeah, he has certainly confounded some of the critics who may not have been too happy at his signing. And cross there from Rolla. Here's Tristan Doe, giving that away to Ramai. Here's Kritsada, waiting for some support there. Borden Pala. There's a touch of a training match at times here. Said he got the ball. Shitayong's a little angry. Did not get the ball.
Kudipan got his head up, looking for the next pass. Sees the tackle coming in. The steps forward to get the contact.
Was such a big presence in the side. Only 31. It does feel like he has been around for so long. 68 cap today. So Warachit, there's no foul. Is there going to be a booking yet? Yellow card for Dedik, who looks a bit sheepish there.
Yeah, well played. Kutsada follows the run. Cohen comes out, and that's good goalkeeping. Doesn't panic, just closes on the angle. It's absolutely no contact, and that is a dive. Clear-cut dive.
That might be the first booking for diving we've had in the penalty area. That's something I think most fans would be in agreement that they want to see cut out of the game.
Yes. I mean, there's absolutely no contact in that situation. Yeah. So it's a clear dive. It's obviously attempting to cheat, or trying to cheat the referee. If there is some contact, I can absolutely understand going down, because we've seen players get punished for trying to stay on their feet.
Absolutely.
But in a situation like that, I mean, that's not something we want to encourage or we want to see at all.
Here's Warachit, who has come on before Chanatip. A corner here for Thailand. Warachit wins it. He's just 24 years of age, winning his 6th cap today, playing for VG Patam United, the defending champions in the Thai League. A number of their players here. Gone short here to Bola. Tristan, he misses the ball. Potential now, and he is taken out, Didic, and he will go into the book.
Yeah, he's got no choice, the referee. Has to book Tristan for that. It's Indonesia were getting forward. Potential counter-attack.
There's Risky. Seen too much of Egy Maulana since his introduction. He's saying to the referee, hey, what about protecting us?
So fouls, a big position there for Tristan. Neat work by Egy. We've gotten in behind. Cynical one from Tristan.
But here, shouts of Indonesia from the fans. Get a goal back perhaps before half-time. Before the, well, yeah, effectively half-time of this entire tie. Got another 90 minutes to go. All that. Let's give them a little boost. Powerful header away by Superchai. Got enough on the ball. So much in the Indonesian media today in the last few days. People talking about trying to break that jinx, that not winning. Also, at the same time, trying to temper expectations in the manner in which they have approached this tournament. There's youthful exuberance. They've scored for fun. Michael Baggett there with the header, not a great one. Superchai. Apoklo. Warachik is trying to play in Superchai. Warachik. Pala. Another fantastic goal for Thailand. It's 4 now. And surely they can taste victory in this final. One hand on the cup, perhaps.
They've gone straight through that Indonesian side. Just, again, superb from Thailand, winning the ball back very quickly, and then a quick transition. Here, lose it, counter press, win it, attack. Lovely ball. I mean, the weight on that pass played in behind, right into the run. On, trying to catch up with him.
Kind of feels like he's still now. You didn't see. He's still
looking for the decision. Still wants his team to keep going.
Feels, Roshan, like he's kind of brought the joy back into Thai football, hasn't he? They look so good. They look so good. The fluidity of the play, the cohesion in the team, the understanding between the players.
Poor Shin Tae-yong. Yeah, contrast to Shin Tae-yong.
But he's done a fantastic job as well.
He has. And yes, Indonesia have been outclassed.
10.000 dari
They still had a really good campaign. They've had a really good competition. And I think at times we tend to, as a society, say, oh, it's gone to the final, but they failed to win. So you regard the whole campaign as a failure. I don't think it should be regarded as that at all. I mean, they're one of the two best sides in the competition. And this is a young team that, remember, coming into this campaign, no one was really sort of giving them much of a chance of reaching this stage.
Yeah.
No one was giving them much of a chance of winning their group.
Here they come again. That's Titipan straight at the goalkeeper. They've won it back again. Oh, more goals than this. Scored in. Super chop. Titipan. Warratins. What a little time there from Titipan. They are enjoying themselves, Roshan.
I don't think they've had an easier final. But it's because they've made it look easy with how hard they've worked.
Yeah, there was Dimas. Good run from him. Put away by Tristan Doe.
I think that epitomizes the work ethic in this team. Tristan Doe tracking all the way back, and he couldn't put in a lazy challenge already on that yellow card. He had to make sure he got that one right.
Here's Titipan. Played in 3 previous finals, these two sides. It looks like it. Oh, that was final number 4, straightforward for Nadeo. In 2016, remember that Indonesia had actually won the first leg 2-1. Indonesia then went on to win the second leg 2-0. Last 9 matches, 6 wins for Thailand, just 2 for Indonesia.
Difficult to get involved in the game with that.
Snawi, that's a good ball. Dedek Setiawan. Bounces that wide.
It's a clever pass in behind for Dedek from Asnawi. Could have been an interesting moment. That one ended up in goal. Chanatip, all eyes on him. Another outstanding tournament. Chanatip Songkrasin.
Got to be another contender for MVP.
Probably decided by now.
Here's Roller. Still going strong. Good work there from Alfeandra, but Gurney gets it as far as Bocklaw. He's had a number of long-range efforts, hasn't he?
Interesting technique as well. Bocklaw on that shot. He was just trying to get that the crossbar. Good work here from Roller. Comes out to Bocklaw, and Thailand have been so deadly from these long-range shots.
So as well, he was a little annoyed about that. Alexander Polking. Mona Polking has been a very lively customer inside his technical area. We're into the final minute of this first leg. Like an offside position.
As a chance, it might be MVP, but Super Chop is my man of the match, and I will actually be upset if he doesn't get it at the end.
You were a little bit upset in the last semi-final when Shadan Sulaiman didn't get man of the match. Well, sorry, when Hassan Sani didn't get man of the match.
Hassan Sani didn't get it. Yeah. I think because he got sent off, right? So.
Yeah. Let's see if you get that call right today, Roshan. We'll see Dilek Setiawan, Egi Maulana. Lovely work there from Tristan Doe. Now just playing out these final few minutes. There's the touches. It is all Thai players.
Yeah. I mean, we're at that. You understand why his number of touches have gone up. You also understand why there's so many touches on the ball for Thailand. They've dominated possession. They've dominated the ball. They moved it around the pitch, and they've just been in supreme form.
Just listen to that crowd. The Olays have started. Why not? The celebrations already beginning here in Singapore. Can only imagine what it's like in Thailand at the moment. They will feel that the title is theirs to lose now. With such an emphatic lead. Here's Wadachit. They want more. Boclaw. Mario comes out quickly.
Yeah, Eggy's come in and he's not had much of an impact as well, has he?
What happens now for the second leg, Roshan, now for Indonesia? They've got nothing to lose, have they? They've just got to go for it.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, you. It's just a simple yes.
I mean, yes,
isn't it?
I don't know
What else can they do?
What else can they do, right? What, sit back and
not make it look too bad? They've got to get something back. They've got to go for it. The fans will expect that from them.
I mean, I know we're here to try and big it up, and I mean, but even this is going to be a bit of a
Well, there we go. The first leg might well be the final leg because Thailand have been that good tonight.
Yeah, they've been excellent. That man right there, Chanatip. Superb. Couple of goals for him. Super Chop. For me, the man of the match. Wonderful, wonderful display. And those fans have enjoyed themselves. They deserve to dance. The team has given them something really to celebrate.
And there's just a very poignant moment there that all the players coming to commiserate with Kawin. The sad news that we've just been told about is that his father passed away this morning. So condolences happened with a few players actually in this tournament. Happened with Kushedio as well, this afternoon I should say. Excuse me. And our condolences of course to Kawin, happened to Kushedio as well, and earlier in the tournament Daisuke Sato just before the tournament. So a lovely gesture as well from Manu Polking to give his goalkeeper a little bit of time on the pitch.
Yeah, great gesture from Manu Polking, great reaction from his teammates as well to gather around him. Difficult moment.
But a word on this man here, Roshan, Manu Polking, and how he's just conducted things today.
He's been outstanding. I mean, that just says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
4-0, complete control from Thailand.
It's done the job for you, and here from the National Stadium, we can sign off tonight here at the first leg in Singapore, AFF Suzuki Cup final. It's Indonesia 0, Thailand 4. So The celebrations for the Thai fans. It has been an imperious performance. That man there, Super Chok, I can tell you, the happiest man in the stadium is sitting right next to me. He said he'd be very upset if he didn't get it, and I think they've all heard you.
He's been given it, has he? Well done. Well done. It's the right decision. The Oppo man of the match awarded to Super Chok. Absolutely the right decision, 100%. And I'm a happy man now.
So is he, the Super Chok. He got on the score sheet. He was absolutely everywhere. And deservedly gets that award. And every single stat.
Complete domination, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those numbers that you look at there. And normally I say don't get swayed too much by the stats, but when you watch the game and when you look at that, it's a good match, a great fit. Stats and what the story of the game actually was. Yeah, look, they just controlled everything from start to finish, Thailand. This is a comprehensive win in the first leg.